How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero, and in today's video, we are reacting to Top 10 Worst Animal Skeletons by Salmonella Academy. Alright, so I figured I'd kind of keep it like science-esque-y, besides the Spider-Man review, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy science, and just history, and I always told, like, my parents and everything, I was like, I love history, but I hate the class. Same goes with science and everything. Like, all of that stuff really fascinates me, but the stuff they had in school and stuff, I was just like, I didn't care too much about the class, because, like, it didn't teach what I actually wanted to know, but I'm gonna change that with my YouTube. No, I'm joking. But, yeah, so I came across this video, and I was like, I'm interested. I really enjoy skeletons and skulls and stuff. I was a little emo child back in early high school, and I loved Avenged Sevenfold and all that stuff, and like I wore like skulls and everything. I drew skulls, and I'm just fascinated with skeletons and skulls and stuff. So without any further ado, here's the top 10 worst animal skeletons. Starting off fancy.
Hey kids, as we all know, the evolution of species is an incredible process, driven by
I don't think it works that way, but yeah.
Certain mutations may happen to provide a practical advantage in a creature's environment, and as a result, there's a lot of things out there that look super dumb once you strip back a few layers. Here's the top 10 worst animal skeletons of all time. So first and foremost, I'd like to settle a little debate I've been seeing floating around the past few weeks. Yes, penguins do, in fact, have knees, but in order to hide full-grown legs into one plump cylinder, you gotta have a little skeletal trickery on your side. You guys ever do wall sits in gym class or elsewhere? One of the most torturous exercises out there. I now feel even worse for penguins, because not only did they have to deal with living in a frigid black and white hellscape, the most hostile environment known to man second only to the vacuum of space, all the while constantly pursued by ravenous, bloodthirsty sea dogs, but they're also secretly doing wall sits their entire life. Quick side note, in Mandarin, the word for penguin consists of the characters for business goose, which is fucking hilarious. Like one day a goose put on a suit and said, "Today it is time to make a name for myself, honk." This next guy is known as Carson's chameleon, found in the more remote regions of Madagascar. Notice the fleshy protuberances around its nose area. Turns out, not fleshy, not even remotely fleshy, not even one flesh. Instead, it just has a skull forever frozen in time in the middle of exploding. Like it sneezed right in the middle of God, shaping it out of clay. And he was just like, ah, whatever, it's a feature now. So for that, this rough-headed reptilian gets number 9.
I did not know that was their skulls.
That's a dope tail, so he gets some pity
That is
points.
a very
Next
dope
is
tail.
The pufferfish. So for most of my life, I've pictured pufferfish as just not having any bones. I know it doesn't really make sense, but neither does them turning into a balloon like a goddamn cartoon.
That is very true.
In their normal state, they actually look like this. And when they inflate, those concentric rings of spine slide outwards past one another to cover the full area, like the aperture of a camera lens expanding to cover the full frame of the fish. The sheer ingenuity of this design has shattered my childhood dream of real-life balloon animals, which has earned the pufferfish the number 8 spot on this list. Now, if you've gotten around to certain zoological circles, you've been shown this skull and been told, ah yes, that comes from the dwarf elephant. Oh, you've never seen one? That's because they're extinct. And that thing in the middle? Ah yes, nothing more than the nose hole to which the trunk connects. However, if you're a rational, free-thinking adult like me, you can look past the lies spoon-fed to you by Nat Geo and other liberal media outlets and see this for what it is.
Take down the government! Happy 4th of July, by the way.
Next is the orca, otherwise known as the killer whale, the panda torpedo, or the SeaWorld slave. Its skeleton is fairly normal at first glance, but check out this little thing under here. That little bony blip is actually all that remains of the legs and pelvis of the orca from when it evolved from land mammals.
That is so cool.
I think that's highly disrespectful to their ancestors. Like, they could have taken the seal route and used those legs for good in the water, but instead, these sea cowards said, no thanks, we're gonna undo all that evolution and just be bigger, smarter, warmer fish again. But hey, we'll keep this little piece of nothing just to remember you guys by. Truthfully, I could have chosen almost any cetacean to pick on for this, but the orca's face also reminds me of SCP-682, which is the most OP overrated shit out there, so he gets the number 6 spot. Moving on,
I think someone commented if I knew the
every
SCPD,
other mammal on Earth, the canine teeth point downward from the gum to the mouth. You know, like a tooth. But this guy, known as the Babirusa, said, "Huh," and decided to have them grow up through the entirety of its fucking snoot and out the other end, which is the most nonsensical thing I've ever seen. Like, toenails out the front? How cliche.
Don't do it.
Let's
Don't
make him go through the whole foot instead. Look, now I can kick good behind me. That's not all, though.
Disgusting.
These tusks also keep growing for the creature's entire life, which isn't a problem in and of itself, right? Rodents, they keep chewing stuff.
I think
to wear
that's
them
a
down.
problem.
Alligators, they just let them fall out now and then. But the Babirusa's like, I'll just nut in a lady pig long before this becomes an issue. So if it lives long enough, the teeth can curve right on around and slowly bore into the thing's face, like built-in Chinese bamboo torture. And occasionally, they can end up actually piercing the skull and shish kebabbing the brain. Now, some people might say that this doesn't belong on this list, given that teeth aren't technically bones. And to those people, kids, we say, eat shit and die. Next, we have the octopus. The octopus skeleton is so bad that it doesn't even exist. Sure, they got this little thing in the middle, but that doesn't count. That's just chitin. And yeah, they can get in a jar or whatever. But at what cost? At the animal picnics, the crowd shouts, "Bleh, shun the spineless freak." And at the animal wheelbarrow races, with nothing to grab hold of, the cephalopod holds a solitary vigil at the starting line. And lo, the octopus wins naught but a participant medal at the Grand Prix and the number 4 spot on this list. Moving on, here's the skeleton of a fruit bat. Now, not a big deal to us regular folk, but imagine if humans had no context of bats and they dug this thing up. Like,
dude,
class,
for real.
Archaeologists have recently found these fossilized remains, and using modern technology, we can see exactly what it would have looked like back when it was alive. This abominable creature is known to scientists as Finger Boy, and is theorized to have fed upon fruit, insects, and the dreams of orphans, which it would siphon out from the ears of the errant little waifs whilst they slumbered. By the way, if you Google image bat skeleton, like, more than half of them have the ears built in, just like, I feel the extraordinarily bat-like wings and figure of our decoration are much too subtle for our consumers. Better slap these on. At number 2, we have the anteater. From its oboe-like skull to its gorilla fist and hands,
anteaters are dope.
Wonder who let this creature exist. Fun fact, if you take the anteater's skull and blow into its nose, it plays a beautiful song recounting the animal's entire life, and then security escorts you out of the museum. Looking at this, I can only pose the question asked for generations long before my own. That being, why the long face? Before we get to the number 1 spot, here's a few honorable mentions.
Okay.
The wolf eel.
Ooh.
The ostrich.
Why that picture?
Cat hybrid I found on a tabloid site. And of course, the mermaid. So at the number 1 spot, we have this creature. That's supposed to be a mirror. I know most of you can't see yourself in it on account of your filthy Dorito-smeared screens, so just take my word for it. So what's wrong with humans, you ask? Well, a lot of things, but for now, let's stick to the skeleton.
Oh, you got
First off,
everybody.
These bones right here, these are known as the metatarsals, all part of the foot, right? No, that's a bunch of primate propaganda. In most other groups of land mammals, what we'd consider our ankles is actually the quote-unquote knee of the animal. Thanks a lot, walking upright. Also, it's estimated that around 80% of people will experience chronic back pain at some point in their life.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, walking upright. Lastly, probably something you've heard about at some point, our skull to pelvis ratio. For most animals, giving birth, not a big deal. Small heads, wide hips, mazel tov. But check out the big brain on Brett.
Not exactly.
There's a real monkey wrench in the works there. For a while, it led to some problems till those extra brains figured out how to work around it. So I guess you win this round, humans. But that doesn't stop you from also winning the number 1 spot on the worst skeletons of all time. But hey, just because you'll forever be flawed on the inside doesn't mean you can't improve yourself on the outside. That's why you need to try Skillshare.
Alright. Okay, that was really enjoyable. I love that. I was not expecting that much humor behind it, in all honesty. When I saw that, I was like, oh, this will be enjoyable and knowledge felt, but that took me for a loop. That was hilarious. I love the unexpected humor. But that was really funny. I didn't know about, like, how many were there? How many were, or 10, right? There was 10. I didn't know about like 9 out of 10 of those. So that was really cool. I can't believe like the pufferfish one. That one was really crazy. But it's kind of funny. Like, I just stumbled upon this video to react to, and then it's just so happened to fit into the category of all the animations that I talk about. How it was like it's like simple, but it gets the point across, and I really, really like that. And I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep saying that, but yeah, I love it. I love it so much. And this video was a delight. I loved his humor. Kind of don't like the cussing all that much, but it's whatever. It's fun. It's fun. So much fun. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like down below because it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos like this one. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Later days.